Hi, guys. My name is Kelly Redmond. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and therapist. And today I just wanted to make a video on the reasons why therapy is so important when you have chronic pain or chronic illness. Um, this is one of my specialties, and sometimes people will ask me, like, well, I don't want to go to another doctor's appointment. Like, I've got enough appointments. It's the last thing that I want to do, and it's not in my head, it's in my body. And so this is my response to that comment and that idea that this is just another appointment and that the mind and the body aren't connected on that level. Um, so I came up with five top reasons that therapy is really helpful if you're going through um, any kind of chronic pain, chronic illness, difficult diagnosing, something of that nature. Because what happens is no pain or no illness starts off as chronic. You go through a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, where you're thinking there's a light at the end of the tunnel and this is going to go away and life is going to be as it was. And so we feel like we can put up with anything because this is temporary. Yeah, I can be on crutches because it's temporary, it's 6 weeks. Yeah, I can deal with being, tired because once this virus passes, I'm going to be okay. But once you hit that marker of a couple months, it's a hard reality to swallow, and your options also to treat become less and less. So when you first get sick or you first have an injury, you have all of these different options the doctors are giving to you to treat. Maybe physical therapy, cortisone shots, do this, do that. There's this procedure, and then all of a sudden it's like you hit a wall and nothing's working. And so maybe the doctors are even feeling like this might be something more chronic going on, and now we're looking at managing it instead of curing it. And so that's a big deal. So I just want to say that outside of everything else that I'm going to say, if you're dealing with that, that is a big deal and it's hard. So the top 5 reasons that I think therapy is helpful with your chronic pain and illness is, again, big changes. There's a lot to process, a lot. Nobody is born knowing how to manage all of this. And how you lived your life before is drastically different than how you're living your life right now. And it sucks. That's my clinical opinion. It sucks. You can't move your body the same way that you used to. So your sleep changes, your work changes, um, your workouts, the way that you take care of yourself, your stamina. If you could go for like a 12-hour day was nothing, and now 3 hours is puts you in bed for the rest of the day, that's a hard adjustment. So there's all these areas that we have to learn to adjust, and that's really difficult to do on your own. So therapy can be a really great sounding board to just kind of talk about some of those things. The second reason is there's a lot of emotional challenges when you have a difficult diagnosis, chronic pain, chronic illness. I did another video on the 7 psychological stages of chronic pain and illness, so check that out. But we experience just a whole spectrum of different feelings, from depression, anxiety, denial, anger, reevaluating our life, questioning our goals and values, and that's a lot for anybody. For anybody, even as a therapist, that's a lot. So having somebody that can help you go through that so that anger isn't so hard. Anger is incredibly difficult to sit with. So having somebody that's going to help you and teach you how to process that for yourself, that's authentic for you, is so important. And the quicker that you can move, not the quicker that you can move through those stages, but the more effective that you are, the better that you're going to be at managing, um, taking on this chronic new thing that's in your life. The third thing is that there's this disruption of relationships. So when you have this big of a change, it's going to make a lot of people that I see isolated. You can no longer show up in the same ways that you used to show up in your family, with your friends, at your job. And people don't know how to take that change. They're not sure what to do with it. Maybe you have people in your family that want to be supported, but they don't know how. They don't understand, or they're just saying, like, hey, snap out of it. Um, Everyone's relationship, when you have a partner, it's always disrupted in some ways. And yes, it can help make your relationship stronger, but there's going to be a period of adjustment there that's pretty tough. And so therapy really gets down into how can we make that transition and nurture those relationships with the energy that we have. And also grieve the ones that the people aren't willing to stick around, and it's incredibly tough. The fourth one is learning different coping strategies and um, learning how to um, pace yourself. I also did a video on that. How to bring yourself out of the stress response. The quicker that we can bring our body out of the stress response, the easier it is for us to control our immune system, our pain, anything systemic in our body. So learning those coping strategies is a pivotal point in anybody getting sick, because it's really it some of it is within your control and some of it isn't. So learning to control what you can is very, very crucial. And the last thing is that your therapist can help you communicate better with your medical team. A lot of times it can be very intimidating to have a medical team of people, they come in for 15 minutes, boom, 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 it's done, and you didn't get to talk about anything we wanted to talk about. Well, the things that you want to say are very important, and even the doctor wants to know those things. But if you don't come in prepared, chances are you're not going to get to it unless you have a super amazing memory. I know I don't. I have to write down everything, or I'm going to totally forget what's going to happen in those appointments, because you're also probably getting news that's hard to digest. So the therapy process can actually help you to be a better advocate for yourself, because you are going to be your best advocate. You are the one that lives in this body. And even though the medical doctors, might be experts on it, you're living in the body and they need your feedback. So it's very important to be able to communicate effectively with them. And yeah, it's just, it's an hour, a therapy hour, which is generally 45 to 50 minutes. That's for you and just for you. And it's a place where you can just figure out, reevaluate your goals, and see what's going to work for you now. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Or if you have another reason why therapy is so important, if you have chronic illness or pain, please feel free to post it down below. But I hope everybody is having a great day, and I'll see you soon.